Hey everybody, this is Hale doing a Smite commentary. We're doing the newest goddess, Athena. I can't look at her face because she keeps turning around. She is a melee magic-based tank. Her signature ability, I think, is her number 2, which is basically a taunt. Kind of unique to Smite, I think, now, which it causes enemies to run at her and attack her if possible, so you can draw enemies to her. I'll be starting her out in my typical tank setup, Mark of the Vanguard and a level of boots with a healing potion. Her number 1 is a dash, which has kind of a charge up. After the charge up, it's a very quick dash, but you have to charge it up like this, and it has a noticeable effect that the enemy can see. So the taunt, for example, you get a little exclamation point over your head, and then they charge at you and try and do damage to you. Don't stand in that. Her 3 is an area effect ability centered on her. Does damage, and then 2 seconds later it does twice as much damage. So it's pretty damaging. So combined with the taunt, I think you're supposed to get enemies to run towards you and keep them in it. Keep them in it so that they get hit by the 2 second later. The duration of the taunt increases as you level it up for a maximum of 2 seconds. So I don't think Athena does a whole heck of a lot of damage, unlike, let's say Guan Yu, who's on the other team, or some of the other tanks like Odin that you can do damage with pretty easily, or nicely, I should say. She certainly can if you set her up that way, but I think her primary ability is crowd control. It's kind of like Sobek. Sobek doesn't typically do a huge amount of damage, but he tends to be indestructible, and his signature is the toss, where I think Athena's signature is the taunt. And I'm going to run through. I can level up my boots. So we're in the swing of summer here. The kids, I put up a pool for the kids. It's a little, it's not an inflatable pool. It's a pop-up pool which has an inflatable ring at the top. It's about 3 feet deep. It's actually quite nice, but this year I had to fill it up 3 times before it was set up right, which I'm sure the water's going to cost more than the pool itself does. So let's see if I can use my taunt to pull Guan Yu off of Nija. And then I think her dash also, if it connects, slows somebody. And the duration of the slow, let's take a quick look. Slowing them 25% for X number of seconds. And I believe, excuse me, pardon me, busy day today. The duration of the slow increases as you level up her dash. Her dash will also go through minions, so it's kind of like Guan Yu's dash in that respect, where you can damage an infinite number of minions with it. It'll stop when you hit an enemy god, and then slow that god. Oh, also, part of Athena's passive is if you hit a god during your dash, you'll get a shield token, kind of down here if you can see my pointer, above her portrait. Each shield token will block a basic attack by an enemy god, I think. And back out of that. Pop a mana. So she has some utility for clearing minions with her dash, I do believe. And I think she does very well against characters that are susceptible to crowd control like Fenrir and Loki, I guess, where they can't take a lot of punishment, so if you can fix them in place for a bit. Agni's got a while. Oh, somebody dropped. So you can kind of see those little ring of people come into play when you activate your 3. People are dying. What was I saying? Sorry, I got distracted by the action. When you activate her 2, that ring of people comes into play, and then 2 seconds later they kind of detonate, and then that's when it does double damage. So you can try and put it down and lure people in there, or put it down on somebody and try and keep them around until it detonates. Now, it only lasts for 2 seconds. Your taunt at maximum level only lasts for 2 seconds, and it detonates the 2, or the 3 rather, detonates 2 seconds later. So it's a little tricky if you taunt first and ask questions later, if that makes sense. All right, let's see. Oh, they lost somebody. Magic, physical, magic. All right, so we're going to go magic. And I think you should take advantage of Athena's ability or her trait that she pulls people toward her. So what do I want? Well, let's get the Void Stone, I guess. So for example, the physical tanky item that does damage in a radius and Hide of the Nemean Lion might be useful for Athena because you should be taking a lot of basic hits. Because people just can't stop themselves. I didn't even talk about her ult. I haven't used it yet. You can transport yourself to any one of your allies, and then she lands there and does damage when she lands. So it's kind of neat, although it's hard to hit with, especially if your ally is not familiar with what Athena does. So for example, if Bacchus charged up, it works best with a melee tank, I would think. I don't know. A melee character where you want to drop in right on top of it. I kind of screwed that up. Ymir ran into it. Oh yeah, another part of her passive is when she uses an ability, her next, she's melee for the most part, her next basic attack is ranged. So you might see that. I don't know how useful it is, because it's not like you can plan your whole strategy over occasionally getting one ranged attack. You know what I mean? And I think her spear will glow. Her spear will glow when she has the ranged attack. Cool, I got a kill. I think Honor was trying to kill me. No, they got Fenrir. So Athena can be pretty tough. I think she is more prone to getting killed because you're just constantly taunting people on you, yeah, as it were. Come here, little guy. So that's my ranged attack. Also, the ranged attack will penetrate, so you can use it to go through any number of minions, and I think enemy gods. I don't know. It also does bonus magic damage when you have the ranged attacks. And Ymir's going to try and freeze me. Kind of like that. So you can just do this to just kind of freak out the enemy team. I've seen people just charging up her one over and over again. Use that. See if we can get anything decent with that. Probably not. Yes, Apollo should go down. So Athena tends to be in the thick of things. Let's see if we can get anything with this. So that's the ult. So it takes a little bit to charge up. Just kind of like her... did I kill Agni? Oh, Najah did. Okay, good. Alright, let's go back. And you can see the spear glowing, which means my next attack will be ranged. And you see I have the blue arrow that ranged characters have. Alright, let's get a little something. Something. So I think Girdle of Might will work well. Also, I think Creeping Curse would work well if you're going full support. Because you're going to be drawing people to you. I got 2 levels of that. I only wanted to get 1. You're going to be drawing people to you reasonably. So you could Creeping Curse them, and then that might help with your ability. Plus it'll allow other people to attack easier, if that makes any sense. Missed that. No? No. I guess not. I guess he had enough. That's our Alquan. Her number 2 will also interrupt channeled abilities. So it's nice against Alquan and Ares and other people that will channel on you. I think I got hit by that. Yeah, I remember I have my creeping curse.
An ally has been slain.
So I don't know what to make of Athena's ult. It's kind of nice, but it's more hit or miss, I think.
Over here.
Yes. So that's our Alquan. I thought he was going after me.
An ally has been slain.
Kinda seeing if Bacchus was going to turn around and engage, maybe I was going to ult on top of him.
Bless me. Rally.
Uh-oh. We're going to run.
Falling back.
Going to run away. So I don't think Athena does a lot of damage, and my tank is actually pretty low since I've been investing in active items, more than I wanted to. But anyway. So how did the Nemean Lion make sense? Because you're going to be getting hit a lot. Which I guess is not unusual for a tank.
Over here.
Good.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has
Let's see if we can drop on Fenrir.
An enemy has been slain.
Bless me.
Put the slow on you, Ymir. So Freya has, or not Freya, Athena has a lot of crowd control. She has a taunt, a slow.
Over here.
So I should be able to kill Ymir with a little luck, or allow Fenrir to do it. Let's see if we can get somebody else here. He's going to jump over, I think. No.
Falling back.
We didn't have enough.
Falling back. Be right back.
See Bacchus run away. Oh!
Bless
Jerk.
me.
Now if we can kill... I think Naja and I were like attacking each other. Guan Yu was just running away. That was funny. Alright, get a little more potionage. Apollo's going to drop in.
An enemy has been slain.
Bless me.
I missed it with my taunt. I missed it with my dash. Just kind of waiting. The respawn on the taunt is relatively long. I think Athena would do well with some cooldown reduction, but I've rarely gotten around to getting that because I think she needs a real nice tank to not die. I haven't died yet.
Triple kill. Nice
Clear out these minions. Did I get anybody with that? Kind of losing my bearings. Everybody's around me. Apollo with that.
An enemy has been slain.
And falling back.
Falling back.
See if Najad could use some help.
An ally has been slain.
Sorry, Najad. I tried to come back and help you. So anyway, we did get the pool set up. I put together a ladder for it today. It's always something. You buy something, and then the something you bought needs more things to be bought for it. So their guy returned, right? No. Oh, now Agni's missing. So now it's magic, physical, magic, physical. Poor team. You know, we're not doing that good. If it's 5-on-5, you know, we may not be winning. So I'm going to get cooldown reduction, actually, since I was just talking about it. So I waste time in here. That should take Apollo down, because he's not that tough. Come on, Fenrir. Close. It's a lot closer than I usually get. So I'll keep Ymir occupied. So, I don't believe Athena's 2 does any damage whatsoever. Let's see if I can get Najah or Fenrir with this. So I think that makes a nice combination. The Girdle of Might and then the Creeping Curse. I think that works well with Athena's style. Honor had to turn around because I taunted him, so he was just a deader. So I don't think you get a lot of the kills that you set up. Kind of like Sobek, I would say, but it's kind of an interesting... If you like playing Sobek, you might like playing... yeah, I'm going to fall back into here. You might like playing Athena. So I haven't seen her played a lot. I talked to a couple people in some of the games I did where I was practicing. Put that down, see if I can hit him. Yeah. That was pretty good. The area for that's not that big. Usually people, I think, bounce when they come out of Najah's ult.
An enemy has been slain.
Let's see what's going on here. Fenrir's going nuts on Apollo.
An enemy has been slain.
Charge into on her. On her, I don't think is going to be coming back. Yeah, he didn't even make it that far. I thought I'd catch him running back with that. It's a shame they're a person down. But I'm still going to keep this game. Get in there, minions. Where's our damage guys? Here they are. Yeah, that would take too long. It takes a while to charge up the ult, so you could use the ult to retreat, but almost like Apollo's ult, it does take a while to execute. Let's boost this up to max. So, I do like Athena. I think she makes a good support god. Yes. Where did Guan Yu go?
An ally has been slain.
Where did Guan Yu? I was all the way over there. Yeah, listening to "Face Me" over and over again, they could have gotten one more emote for Athena, I think. So if Ymir's just going to stay here, I'll oblige him until somebody comes over and helps me kill him.
Over here.
Yeah, over here's the other one. There you go, Fenrir. Here's a kill for you. Or Al. Al got it. So one thing you can do is you can charge in, do the taunt, do the whatever the thing is called. If you want to be really aggressive. What is that called? Shield wall. Makes sense. Oh. Minions here. Come on, Fenrir.
has been slain.
Yeah, they're all running in. Get out of Ymir's ult. I assume that red line means it's Ymir's ult. I'm going to run.
Falling back.
So her dash does make a nice disengagement tool. It's very handy to have. Because I think you'll find yourself overextending with Athena if you're not careful. So 2 physical, 1 magic. Let's get another magic. So get the Void Stone. I have the Void Stone. Magi's... No, not Magi's Blessing. Oh, I'm thinking of a physical thing. What should I get? Stone of Gaia? Sure, what the hey. What the hey? That was a nice block. Oh, the minions! And on her is taunted. He's dead. And creep out of that.
An ally has been slain.
Over here.
Taunted out of that the last second. I thought I'd get silenced before it went off. I don't know how the mechanics work in that. Let's see if we can drop some buffs on everybody. I thought Al would be closer, but that's okay. I think her ult would be much better in a team that was part of a group that was using voice comms. Otherwise, it's a bit hit or miss, I'd say.
Face me.
I think as Athena becomes more understood, I think perhaps it will be more useful. But you're really assuming that the other guy has any idea what you're doing. Charging Ymir's ult, what the heck? I'm just going to eat it. That's what I think about your ult, Ymir. Athena might do well with a sprint, or, you know, if you wanted to do support, the agility thing. Team agility, whatever the heck it's called. So that was a good game. Again, sorry they were missing some people. So how'd we do? 1-0. So I don't get a lot of kills with Athena. Her losing animation's kind of funny. So do a GG. So I don't think their Agni came back, did he? No. No, it doesn't look like he did. And they were missing somebody else for a while, I thought. Anyway. So how'd we do? 1-0. Naja had a little trouble. Al Kwang was perfect on the day. Fenrir did really well. And Bacchus did really well. So let's see how much damage and whatnot did I do. So damage... That's odd. I did close to Fenrir. You would think he would be way... I did more than Bacchus. So Al Kwang did more than anybody else. But it's kind of even, on par. I'm average with Athena, and that's with a total tank build, to be honest. Damage taken... Naja took a lot more damage. Granted, he died more. But, yeah, so Al pretty much cleaned up on the damage side. Just kind of looking. So I haven't seen a lot of other people playing Athena. So hopefully you found this useful. I think she's pretty good. I think she's a good tank. If you wanted to do a support tank role, she would be a good character to have. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Hale.